Good morning, 9 a.m. What are we doing this early?
It's a different time this week. Well, I mean, we've skipped a few weeks. At least my condolences. There
Thanks.
was a lot that happened in the last few weeks, and
Exactly.
so we had to take a few weeks of break. And but we're back at a different time. Maybe we'll see how this goes. We'll see if we have more viewers at this time, and if we do, maybe we'll keep this time.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. On a regular basis, my eyes don't open till 9 o'clock. LOL. That's what I tell everybody.
Oh, my eyes are wide open by like 7:15. I gotta get everybody ready for school. So by 9 o'clock, I'm wide awake, ready to
Yeah.
go.
I've only got three cats. I've only got three cats to worry about in the morning. And I mean, it's not a big deal if they're fed at 8, 9, 10.
They don't bug you if they don't get their
Oh,
food.
yeah, they do, but they just have to wait because I know they're really anxious when I come down and their bowls are completely empty, then yeah, they're starving.
Uh-huh.
But
Well,
yeah,
um,
no kitties
we hope
here,
you
so
we hope you had a great 2 weeks and that you had a fabulous Thanksgiving. Things are a little more normal this year than they were last year. So I
yep.
did have my kids over. It was nice for a change. They're finally all vaccinated. Yay!
I was gonna
Double
say,
vax.
I know you had
Yeah.
talked about it, but I didn't know if they had finally gone.
Yeah, Josh finally got his vaccine about probably been a month almost now. So
Hmm.
his second dose, and so we were all able to gather together for Thanksgiving and have a big old turkey. And it was a small gathering, just the seven of us. So,
Yeah.
but it was nice. Like we played music, played guitar, sang some tunes, played some games. So it was fun.
Oh, nice, nice.
Hmm.
Our Thanksgiving, of course, was a little smaller this year, but there was only
Was your hubby even there?
no, you know what? He's been
He's
spending
been
so much
building the
time at the
house.
house. Yeah, and the pond is dug. I will post some pictures at some point. We've got a pond, so all the soil from the pond is backfilling the house, and he's finishing the framing right now. So, because the winter weather's coming fast, he
Oh,
spends all his time there, and I had to laugh because it's like we're dating again, Julia. I live in town, and he lives in Martintown at the trailer. So he'll call me and say, "I think I'm going to come and visit you at your house tonight." I'm going,
oh
"My house?
boy.
I have a house of my own now." Yeah, it feels like we're dating again. We kind of see each other once or twice a week.
Wow. Well, that will spark the flame, fame the flyer,
Flame the
fan
flyer?
the fan the flame, and build the fire. Little bit of separation never hurt.
Yeah, it's different. But again, we want to have the house closed in, roof on, the whole bit before the winter weather hits. So he does not have much time. Cool looking
Cool looking
glasses, my
glasses,
lease.
Miley.
Why, thank you. I just find they reflect a lot, but I'm hoping it's not too bad. Oh,
Yes, absence makes the heart grow fonder.
it is true.
Fonder. Fonder. Jesus, what's wrong with my accent today? The
Geez, how
French in
many?
me. You know what it is? No, I have nothing in my coffee, I swear to
Yeah,
God.
I was gonna say,
Uh,
how many drinks have you had?
it's because I've been speaking Spanish with my kids.
Hmm,
So my kids want to learn Spanish. I'm fluent in Spanish, by the way.
mhm.
So my kids want to learn Spanish, and John speaks Spanish too. So we both speak Spanish, and
Nice.
so the kids are kind of learning through Duolingo on
Mhm.
an app on their phone, and they're learning Spanish. So we do like 1 hour a day where we speak strictly Spanish. So I guess that's what's coming back to me today. Just can't pronounce my words anymore.
Wow, I like that. That's a nice idea though, because I was talking to Christopher, my youngest,
Uh
last week,
huh.
and he says he wishes he would be able to could speak Estonian, and we didn't do that because, of course, I speak Estonian, and my ex spoke English, so at home it was harder, but with both of you talking Spanish, that's really
Yeah,
a good way of doing it.
yeah. And it doesn't matter they don't understand. They're like they're we'll tell them something and they don't they're like but Mateo's getting really good at guessing what exactly I'm saying because he's got
Good.
enough words now that he knows a little bit, like he can piece the puzzle together kind of thing, right?
Nice.
So yeah, so it's been fun. It's interesting for sure. I hope we keep it up.
Yeah, but like I say, that's the way to do it, if you're speaking it with them. Because
Yeah.
whenever I was growing up, of course, Estonian was the language at home, and
Mhm.
I learned English when I went to school. I had like the basics, can I go to the bathroom, like that kind of thing. But I picked it up from listening to people speak it at school
Yeah.
when I was, I
Yeah.
believe, 4 or 5. So,
So John also has been so he works a lot, right? So when he comes home, he unwinds and he sits in front of the TV because I mean he's on his feet for 12 hours straight. He's just
mhm,
like working, working, working. So anyways, he lies down and just relaxes. But he's been watching those because on Netflix there's like a lot of Spanish shows, like Mexican shows. So
mhm,
he's been watching those. They're called novelas,
okay.
and that's equivalent of like soap operas. So,
Oh,
so my
okay.
husband is watching soap operas every day, but in Spanish. So, our ear has been really training to learn and understand more because when we don't practice it a lot,
Yep.
we don't speak Spanish to each other, and so we kind of tend to lose it. The only time I speak Spanish is when I go to Texas, right? So
Mhm.
anyway, so yeah, the ear is retrained to learn again and familiarize yourself. So I told Mateo, said you got to start listening to novellas.
I don't know about Spanish, but with Estonian, there's a lot of new words coming into the language. So I listen to Estonian radio a lot, and
Hmm.
we get Estonian magazines, and some of the new words coming up are kind of weird. So I don't know
Oh yeah.
if words are changing in Spanish too or not.
Um, well, you'll see some English getting inserted
Hmm.
in the Spanish, is what I find, but not new words, not that I know of.
Oh, there's some new words, and my mother and I were looking at the magazines the other day, and like, where are these coming from? They're half English, half Estonian, but they're kind of making new words out of the two
Okay.
languages, which is weird.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Well, oh well. Anyways, it's always fun to learn a new language. Like
hmm
I find that I don't assimilate the information as quickly as when I was a kid. Like that's when it's time for them to learn right now.
it
Like if
is
they learn now, they'll keep it for their entire lives. It's
exactly.
something you don't necessarily lose, but it's hard when you're older to try to learn a new language.
hmm I agree.
Yeah, you don't retain the information. It's like everything else. Growing old. Blah. Who likes growing old here?
Who's
Not
growing
me.
old? I'm not. I'm just
I'm
kidding.
growing young.
29 plus forever.
Yeah, absolutely. 29 plus forever.
I'll tell you though, I'm feeling a little old today because as you're getting older, they say not to dwell on the parts that hurt, to dwell on the parts that don't hurt. I'm having a hard time finding any today. So I had to laugh at that
Uh,
one.
well, I'm happy to report that I'm feeling 1,000 times better now.
Good.
A couple of weeks ago, that's another reason why we didn't do a show that week.
Hmm.
I don't know if you guys remember, but I had my gallbladder removed in March of 2020, and since then I've been having a lot of issues and pain, and I kept complaining that I had pain, and they did tests and ultrasounds and endoscopies and like everything, and they couldn't find anything. And finally, I got an MRI, and I had some stones left in my bile ducts, so I had those removed a couple of weeks ago, and I think I'm at the end of the tunnel.
Good. Good.
Yeah, finally, I have no pain today. Like it's so weird to not feel anything. Like I'm literally waiting for the shoe to drop. Like I'm waiting for the pain to come back because I'm like, I can't believe it. It's gone. It's not there. I'm like,
Yeah, don't
wow.
be too anxious for the pain to come back. I live with it
No,
every day. Like I have fibro, so I live with pain every day. It just depends what level it's at. But I'm
yeah.
waiting for a day where I wake up and have no pain, then I'll really think there's something wrong with me. But oh well.
Gail asks if we went to the ghost charity walk at the mall.
No, I've seen it. I was in the mall the other day and I could hear all the noise going on, but haven't been. Are you planning on going, Julia?
I don't know, maybe, um, but I will go to the Optimist Halloween thing that's happening on the 31st at Lamoureux Park. So
Yeah, I was.
there's the trunk or treat is back. Yeah, the trunk or treat
Yeah,
is back, and it is going to be different this year. Instead of being a drive-through, like if you remember last year, we were all closed, so there was no Halloween really. So they had done a drive-through, so you could just drive, and people were dropping the candy in the cars as or giving the candy in the cars as you
yeah,
were driving by. But there was a lot of logistics involved with that. With the street was like packed all the way to Brookdale, and
I
so
remember.
um, this year, since now it's reopening, and you are allowed to have, I think it's 15,000 you can have. Not sure. Anyways, um, they're doing it at the park directly, and it's going to be a trunk or treat, same thing, where the car booths are going to be there, but it's going to be around the circle.
Okay.
So the people will go around the circle and just do their trick or treating there. So
So,
I'll do that one
yeah, so the people are gonna walk and then what? I wanted to go with my son, but it was too busy.
last year. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. The cars were really lined up.
Ah, thank you. I think that's Marlene. I don't know why it says Facebook user.
Yeah,
I
just saying,
never
oh
get
yeah,
that,
so
but
it's
I think
gotta
it's
be
Marlene.
Marlene. Well, Marlene, if it's you,
Well,
you're in.
you're aging fabulously.
That's what I was
Gosh, that
going to say
woman.
too. I was gonna say it. So getting back to the trunk or treat. So I mean it's a walk through this year, which will make it better for a lot of people because I know
Yeah,
there were people saying they couldn't go because if they don't drive and they don't have a car, they couldn't go last year. So this year they will be
yeah.
able to attend, which will be nicer. So what car boots are going to be cars are going to
Well,
be
the
in the
idea is that you dress up your trunk, the trunk of your car, like
okay.
in the trunk of your car, like you decorated with Halloween stuff,
Oh,
like
so anybody can go and park their car there with the trunk open?
businesses, businesses.
Businesses. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So, and so it's nice in many ways. Like one, it's Halloween stuff for the kids, so it's awesome. But
Mm,
it's also nice because businesses usually don't really participate in Halloween because they're closed at that time.
yeah.
When the kids start going to trick or treating, most businesses are like closed,
Yeah.
especially this year. It's a Sunday, so a lot of them would be closed. So it's just giving the opportunity to businesses also to, partake in this holiday. So it's kind of neat.
Yeah, that is a good idea actually.
Marlene says she's about to have her 12th grandchild in less than three weeks. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Wow.
Congratulations. Yeah, you don't even look like you would be old enough to have a child, let alone a grandchild. Was it grandchild or
Right?
great grandchild?
Grandchild. Yeah.
Grandchild.
Yep.
Wow.
That's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Actually, speaking of children, I attended my first virtual baby shower yesterday. There was
How's that?
the couple live in Sweden, so obviously it's not couldn't be a in-person one anyway. And there was guests from Sweden, there was guests from England, and then Canada. So it was actually quite neat.
Nice.
It was yeah, it was very well done. All the presents that she was unwrapping had Amazon boxes. I wonder why.
Yeah. Well,
But it,
that's the easiest way, eh?
yeah,
Good
it was.
morning.
Good morning, Ina Maitland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So so yeah, no, it's fun that Zoom is giving us like it's opened our mind to different things. Back in the pre-COVID, you would not have seen a baby shower on Zoom.
no,
You know, so it's
no.
kind of opened up some doors. It's kind of neat, but I'm glad that we're getting back to in-person stuff. I went to the movies this Saturday.
I saw that. You're braver than me.
I went to
Braver
the
than I am.
movies. I Yeah, I you know what? I was kind of looking at the way I am and how my anxiety level has skyrocketed since
Mhm.
COVID and everything,
Mine as well.
and how I just don't do anything and don't go anywhere, and I'm always stressed out, always anxious, always paranoid, and I tried to kind of put on the scale, what's real and what's not, like
Mhm.
what's legitimate fear and what's kind of like anxiety fear, like just, you know, and I kind of have to separate the two and push myself because I was looking at it and, I knew I had a friend of mine back in the day. I think I was like probably 12, not 12, sorry, 20 years old. Um, she was um, agoraphobic and she would not go anywhere, like nowhere. She would not go shopping. She would not go even on the walk on the street. She was in her apartment all the time doing nothing. No, not like people made her anxious. So
Oh my goodness.
and it was really severe to the point that she was medicated about it. And anyways, I'm looking at myself and I could truly see myself getting there at this point. I'm like, if I don't push a little bit. Like I'm not saying go all out and start hanging out at the freaking baseball game with 15,000 people. That's a little too much for me.
Mhm.
Baby steps maybe,
Mhm.
but I'm like, okay, I got to start pushing a little, pushing myself out of my comfort zone because otherwise this is not going to go away and I'm going to be like this forever. And really, I understand that you're vaccinated, you can still get COVID, but the percentage, if you're in a room with people who are all vaccinated, like it's very, very small the chance that you would get something. I go to the hospital, there's probably more chances of me getting something there than at the movie theater. I went to the hospital, I had no mask because I had to have this endoscopy procedure. Like that's
Yeah.
probably a lot more risky. Um, but so I went. I was not happy with the level of social distancing. I gotta say, I gotta admit, I'm not going to do this every week. I did it once. Like it weirdly happened. My friend just called me out of the blue. She's a nurse, and she called me on Saturday morning and said, "Hey, Julia, how are you?" I hadn't talked to her in like a year probably. She's like,
Mhm.
"How are you doing?" We chat on Facebook once in a while, but
Mhm.
she's had a hard time. She's a nurse. She was doing contact tracing and anyway, so she called. She says, "Hey, Julia, what are you doing? You want to go see a movie tonight?" And I'm like, uh, "Yes, let's go."
Hey,
So
which
she bought
movie?
tickets
What
and
what what was the movie, by the way?
well, yeah, Gail was
Oh, there you
asking
go.
that too. Um, I went and I saw James Bond.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went and saw James Bond. It was a very different James Bond. That's all I'm
Okay.
going to say. No spoilers, but it was very different than what you're kind of used to.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it was interesting.
Still not
Yes,
ready
I
to be
know.
in a room full of strangers. I agree, but like Julia said, I was having that same kind of conversation with somebody this weekend too, because as things are opening back up and kind of getting, it won't be ever normal, but kind of getting to the new normal,
Yeah,
if we don't push ourselves, and I'm like that too, we will get to the point that we will be too scared to go anywhere. So you kind of like you say, Julia, you kind of got to make that balance and a bit of an effort. We
yeah,
actually did go to the art walk together. That was actually the first event that we've done in what, 18
yeah.
months together.
Oh my
That was
God,
back
yes.
in
Hmm.
August. And
Yeah,
again, we were kind of nervous at first, but but that was the first time we really pushed ourselves. And we actually
Yeah.
went out for dinner that night too, which
Yes, we did.
was
On
amazing.
we hadn't had dinner together forever, like,
No.
so it was nice. Um, yeah, and but I'm still like, I know I'm gonna snap at some point. Like, so last week I had an episode where on Thursday I had a lot of pain still from my surgery, so I was
Mhm.
kind of worried, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna go and have it checked out. Cornwall was jam packed, and
Wow.
I know was saying Cornwall is having big problems. So,
Wow.
um, anyways, it was jam packed. Like, I've never seen so many people in the ER. They were waiting outside to be triaged. Like, there
Wow.
must have been probably 30 people in line.
My
It was
goodness.
insane. So I turned around and I didn't go there. So I thought, okay, well, maybe I'll just get a phone call, but then they told me just go to the ER. So I went to Alexandria
Okay.
and went to Alexandria, and I go in. There's like the person, the greeter there, and then she asks you, "Do you have this or that? Do you have a cough? Do you have fever? Did you this? Did you that? Blah blah blah." So
Mhm.
I'm answering all the questions. She takes me. She puts me on a little cubicle. Even in the hospitals, by the way, there is no social distancing between seats. So I'm right there on the seat, and the other person is right there on the other seat. There is like a plexiglass in between,
Okay.
but the seats are like right next to one another. Anyway, so that's fine. I'm waiting to see the triage nurse. I'm
Mhm.
sitting and got a view of the greeter. So the greeter is right there. And in the time that it took before I saw somebody, there's four people that came. Well, there's more than four people that came. There's probably like 10 people that came. But
Mhm.
four of them were wearing their mask under their noses. And the nurse never asked, the greeter, I should say, I don't know if she's a nurse or not, but the greeter never asked them to put their mask on properly. I wanted to scream.
That's actually amazing in a
In
hospital
a
because you
hospital.
would think they would prompt them to put their
Yeah.
mask over their
And I
nose.
should have said something, I should have said something, but I stopped myself because I know that it's not going to come out right, if you know what I mean. I
Yeah.
know it's going to come out really bitchy. So, so I bit my tongue and didn't say a thing.
Tell me,
But it's
when
kind of,
you go in there, I know you go in with your probably your N95. Do they make you take that off and put a blue mask on or?
no, when I went, I had a brand spanking new N95, so it must have shown that it was new. And she said, "Is that a new mask?" I said, "Yeah, I just took it out of the sleeve." And she said, "Okay, you're good to go." So I
Oh,
would not
okay.
have taken it out anyways. If she would have told me to take it off, I'm like, "No, I'll put yours over mine, but I'm not taking mine off."
Yeah, I would have done
Sorry.
that because I know when my dad was in Ottawa, that's when you went through, they gave you a new mask. Even though you
Hmm.
had one on, they made you take it
Hmm.
off and put a new one on. So,
Well, I think that when they're N95s now, they're not really asking you because even in Ottawa when I went, which by the way, John had to show his proof of vaccination before he went in. Like, he had to show that he was vaccinated. Like, visitors have to be vaccinated now
mhm.
in hospitals. So
Yeah,
um, if you're
like I
going for
say,
surgery and stuff, you don't. But
yeah.
if you're a visitor, you have to.
Yeah, they've changed it
Um,
because in September, they just asked you if you were double vaccinated. You did not have to show a proof, but
mhm.
I think a lot of hospitals, from what I've seen, are asking for proof now too.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was fun.
Yeah, we've had our share of hospital visitations, that's for sure, in the
Yeah,
last
lots
month
of
or
fun.
so.
Yeah, it's just it's a different world.
It is, and it's a world that we have to get used to because I honestly don't think it's going away, and I think we're going to be wearing a mask for quite some time.
Yeah,
Which in the winter, I'm not too worried about because it keeps your face warm when you're
yeah, it does.
outside.
It does. It does. I've
But you know
started
what?
hiking again too, so that's good.
But I mean, when you think about it, in the winter, you put a scarf over your face. So people have a face covering on anyway. So what's the difference?
Yeah, yeah. It is what it is.
Exactly.
Masks don't bother me at all. I don't know what the big deal is.
No,
Just doesn't.
me neither, actually. It's not a
Yeah,
big deal. Except,
yeah.
I mean, for
I
the
kind of
fact
prefer
that
it. It kind of hides my big nose.
the only thing is you put a mask on for some reason. I don't know about you, but my face starts to itch. You want to scratch. You want to take the. I don't
I
know.
know. It's like, oh dear, I'm
I know.
gonna. I want to scratch my nose.
Never have that problem before, but as soon as you put that on, it's like, oh my God, I want to scratch and touch my face.
Yeah. But maybe you were touching your face, but you didn't really notice that you were touching your face because they say you touch your face like constantly. So it'd be interesting to go back on the video and see how many times we touched our face.
Yeah, before. Like
Yeah,
we're more conscious of it now.
yeah.
On a more positive note, there are far less flu and cold cases due to us wearing masks. And it's true. It's true.
It is, but I was reading that the flu is actually coming back. I
Oh,
was wow, that's probably because people don't wear masks anymore. That's they were saying in the States the flu season is taking place right now. It's starting to be worrisome. But yeah, maybe here it's going to be less of a problem because we're still wearing masks. But in the States, like they're not. They're not. Oh, I gotta talk about my husband's um, wonderful adventure to the United States of
oh,
America.
yes. This is a good one.
So we're all vaccinated, right? So we thought, okay, well, John's American, so he can go to his country. It's never been forbidden for him to go. Hasn't been going because, it's COVID and Canada was not accepting or whatnot. Anyways, so we decided a couple of weeks ago that he was going to go and pay a visit to Messina and go to the Walmart there, buy a few things that we can't find here. Like there's a lot of things over there, like Hispanic food especially, that you can't find here on the shelves. So
Mhm.
like sauces and different things. Anyways, so he goes, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna check it out. And so I'm like, you sure you want to do that? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. It's fine, it though. Borders open right now to visitor. I can come in and out. I'm like, okay. So he goes to Messina, does all this shopping. Then don't I get a phone call? Um, don't I get a phone call? And he tells me, we have a problem here. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? He says, well, they won't let me in unless I isolate for 14 days. I'm like, I thought you didn't have to isolate for 14 days. And he like, well, I misread the information because apparently you have to isolate for 14 days or you have to get a negative test before you can enter Canada. Then I'm like, okay, what are you going to do? He says, well, I'm going to go and get um, a test done. I'm like, okay. So I went to pick up the groceries at the border
Oh,
because,
I was gonna say, what happened to the groceries? Hopefully there was nothing that was frozen, but you picked it
well, there
up.
was a lot of refrigerated stuff and anyway,
Okay.
so
So you picked it up, but he
so I
couldn't
picked
come
it up.
over.
They allowed me to pick it up, but he
Okay,
could
good.
not come over. They allowed me to pick it up, and so on his way he went, and he went to get a test over there at Messina Hospital, and then they told him, "Well, it's gonna be ready in 24 hours, sir." So he calls me back. He says, "Well, Julia, my husband's funny. He's got this strong accent. Eh? He's like, well, Julia, so they're telling me that I can't go back now, and I have to wait 24 hours." He said, "But I'm gonna go to the border anyways. I'm gonna tell them that I'm gonna go home and self isolate until I go back tomorrow and get my test results." I'm like, that doesn't work like that, dude. If you commit to 14 days, I'm pretty sure they're going to want you to do 14 days. They're not going to allow you to get out of the country to go back to get your
No.
test results. So he went to the border and asked, and of course they told him, nope, you either self isolate for 14 days or you go and wait in Messina. So he had to take a hotel room over there and wait it out and got his test done. Oh my God. And he was saying, the test they give over there is the like the real test that goes and tickles your brain.
Oh my goodness.
He said it was like the most traumatic experience.
Oh, so
Yeah,
so folks, now you know you can go over there, but you got to self-isolate to come back or have a negative
PCR
test.
test. And he was lucky because he's American, so he got the test for free. But if you're Canadian, like the test is like 100 to 3 between $100 and $300. So
Wow.
yeah,
So again, all this information is good to know before you venture over there.
and the border is opening for Canadians on November 8th, and I am so there. Like I am going to take my kids to Vermont. Like we've been eyeing the Mount Mansfield hike for a year and a half now. We want to go to Mount Mansfield and hike that mountain. It's a gorgeous place. So I'm going to take them, and we'll self isolate when we come back because they're all in school here at home, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
Yep,
for you
I'm
it wouldn't
excited.
matter.
I'm going to go.
Yeah,
Yep.
for you it's not a big deal to self-isolate. For John, who's
Mm-mm.
working, it would be a little harder.
Yeah, yeah,
Have to
yeah.
take 2 weeks
He
off
got
work.
scared. Like he was, oh my God, I can't miss 14 days of work, and
Yeah.
but he had to. He had to. Hold on. Ina says I'll still need tests. I thought if you self isolate for 14 days, you're good to go because you don't have COVID if you don't develop symptoms. Anyways, I'll double check. Thank you. I'll
Yeah.
double check just to be sure because I don't want to go through that.
Oh my God.
No, no thanks.
Yeah, just the thought of it. Yeah, make sure check everything out before you venture over there. It may not be
Hmm.
worth it.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. No, but
okay,
that's a.
so
Have
they
you ever
tell
been
you
to Mount Mansfield?
what's that?
Have you ever been to Mount Mansfield?
No.
Oh God, it's so beautiful.
My question is, they tell you to self-isolate. How do they know that you're going to actually do it?
So I'm assuming I'm making assumptions because I don't know for sure. I think they really go on to people's word, really. But
Mhm.
there's an app. You download this. I think it's called Arrive Can app that you have to fill the information, say where you're going to be staying, and I think the health
Okay.
unit checks up with you every so often.
Okay. Yeah,
But
I
I'm not sure.
wondered
Like
about
again,
that.
I'm speculating. I'm not sure 100%.
Exactly. No, I bet you in Vermont with the changing of the leaves and stuff too, that's probably the leaf colors. Oh my God, it's just beautiful driving even from Cornwall to our property in
Yeah,
Martintown. The colors are just amazing. Like it's just
yeah,
like a canvas painted by Mother Nature. It's just gorgeous.
yeah. It is. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Even from here to Ottawa, like we took Trinity to Ottawa on Wednesday because it was their birthday.
Hmm.
Um, and just like from between here and Ottawa, it's so beautiful.
Hmm.
The leaves are all red and orange, but Vermont is especially beautiful. I don't know in November if it's still going to be
Mm,
like November 8th. The
the
leaves
leaves
are
will be
probably going to
down.
be already gone, but it's a beautiful hike nonetheless. Like it's a tall mountain, so it's good
Nice,
exercise too. Yeah.
nice. Yeah, like say
Yeah.
even our driveway right now going into the property, it's just perfect, with the leaves. It's like a colorful carpet. It's really, really nice.
Uh-huh.
I went yesterday. I didn't even know about it, but Amanda from Floral Expressions had posted that they were at the Lost Villages Museum yesterday. There was a vendor's market. So I went and I called my mom. I said, I'll pick you up. Let's, just to get her out for a little bit. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, Julia, cars. I've never seen so many cars parked down Highway number 2 all over the place. There was 80 vendors in that area,
Wow.
and it was really, really well done. I mean, yes, it was a little nerve-wracking at first. A lot of people didn't have masks. Yeah, they were outside. We put ours on, but it was just beautiful. The weather was gorgeous. And again, there was like that big carpet of leaves on the ground. It was perfect weather for yesterday. And
Nice.
so many different
It was
vendors.
not raining here because I went to
No.
Brockville. We went thrift shopping. By the way, if you're into thrift shopping, I don't want to advertise for other people outside of Cornwall, but I will. This store in Brockville is just fantastic. Like we go there probably once a month. It is such a awesome place. They have so much stuff, and it's really cheap, really affordable. It's called Second Chances.
Yeah, my parents were talking about that too. One of these days we're gonna have to take a ride out there. This is it like just secondhand stuff or is there new stuff too?
No, it's just secondhand stuff.
Oh, okay. Because
Just
apparently there's
fantastic.
another one, a huge one that
Oh
has
yeah, I've
oh,
been there, but the prices are not all that great.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one is on like on the main road on number two. The one you're
Okay.
talking about, it's really big. Yeah, but it's not as appealing. Yeah. Anyways,
Second
so
chances.
we yeah, so we went. It's on Stewart. Ina Ina is asking, is it on Main Street? It's on Stewart Boulevard, I think, or
Okay.
the same. Can't remember. I don't think it's Stewart actually. The same street as the Walmart. So
Okay.
it's near the Canadian Tire. But anyways, we went hiking after, and we got caught by the rain.
Oh, and we
It
hadn't
was raining over there.
I'm thinking, did we have rain yesterday? It could have
We
rained
were
in the
soaked.
evening.
We were soaked, but it was fun. It was yeah.
Okay. I can't remember. I know Sheldon said it rained yesterday out in Martintown too.
Yeah, it was raining quite heavy over there, and we got like at first it was fine, and then the last half hour we just got soaked.
Uh-oh.
We were shivering in the car the whole way back with
Wow.
wet clothes. I don't like getting wet and cold, but it was not too cold, so that's good. Because if it was have been like today,
Yeah, I see people walking by today in their winter coats. It must
yeah,
be
it's
chilly.
cold. Yep. All right, Miley, we're gonna do our
Oh, I was just
Monday
gonna, did you
morning.
take a picture? Take a quick
I'm
picture.
taking it right now. I've gotta take this stuff away from my desk because it's a mess.
Yeah, mine is too. That's why you can take it. I have too much stuff.
Okay, so I took one. So we're having these today.
Now, I've always wanted to taste these. These are in the British aisle at the grocery store. I've wanted to taste them and I've never have, so I thought we'll try it.
Snowballs.
Yeah, so it
Leave
says
it to Miley to get something that has the word snow in it. And I have to just wash your mouth with soap saying these atrocities so early.
well, there's
And
only
your damn freaking Christmas music. Yes, it's too freaking early for Christmas
no,
music,
it's
Miley.
not because
Yes, it
if you
is.
look at the post, there's only so many Fridays left till Christmas. I can't remember how many, but there's not that many.
I don't
And
care.
I'm all excited. So here we are. This is
This
it's
is a
called
little snowball.
it's a coconut covered marshmallow. And
Okay.
and it's a British candy, of course, but
Here we go. Coconut falling all over the place.
I forgot to
Let me
ask
take
you
a
if you
picture.
some people don't like coconut. I'm hoping you're
I love
not.
coconut.
Okay, good.
Yep. Coconut is one of my favorite things in the world.
Okay, good.
I love coconut. All right. So are we ready?
Yep.
One, two,
One, two,
three.
three.
Mm.
Mm. It's actually pretty good. I'm not big on
Mm-mm.
marshmallows because I find them too sweet, but I find the coconut really is
It is.
strong.
It is super sweet. Like one bite is enough for me. I'm not gonna have another one.
But
It is super sweet.
but you really taste the coconut more so than the marshmallow. So
And the marshmallow is not hard. It's a very
no,
gooey. It's a
yeah,
very ooey gooey marshmallow.
it is.
So
It's quite
so it's
good.
more like a marshmallow cream than
Yeah,
than a marshmallow.
I like
Yeah,
it. So 1
it's
out of
good.
10, 1 to 10, what do you give it?
Oh, I'd give it a strong 9.
Yeah, I think
Okay, I'm
actually
gonna take a picture with the cream on the side like that.
actually a
Yep.
strong 9, almost verging on 10 because I really like
Hmm.
it. I
I
thought
most
you
I wouldn't have another one, but
it's addictive. It's addictive.
it's pretty good.
And there's how many? Oh, 4 in a pack. So you can share them with your family unless you plan on eating them all
Yeah,
yourself.
I know. I'm gonna give one to each of my kids. Of course,
Yeah, they're
I
good.
gotta share. Really good. Gail said,
Hmm.
"Let me know how it tastes." It tastes like marshmallow and coconut, but it's sweet. Um,
It's sweet, but
yeah,
it's not.
it's the marshmallow is more like a
Yeah,
creamy filling.
I don't find it's overpoweringly sweet though.
You
I
don't?
like
I
it.
find it really, really sweet. Like I would have a hard time finishing the whole thing. It's really sweet
Hmm,
to me, anyways. Yeah.
definitely different.
Hmm.
Wow.
So again, if you know of anybody in town, like we would like to review um, local stuff as much as possible, local cheese, local whatever, local pies, local. If you know of anything that is worth for us to try, just let us know. We'll go to the store and buy the stuff. We've done a lot of things at Happy Popcorn Co. We've done Edward's Bistro. We've done so we
Oh, we
try
did
to,
cakes and more,
yeah,
and this
which
way
was
we
really
try
good.
it and
So
we can promote the store at the same time. So
yeah,
let us
yeah.
know.
So let us know if there's anything that you like and would like us to try, and we'll try it on one of the upcoming shows.
Or, I mean, it doesn't have to be something you like. I mean, we tried something that probably not too many people like from Happy Popcorn, those jelly beans. I mean, if it's
Oh
something
God.
different, definitely let us know. Give us an email to info@thesika.ca or just give us a quick private message.
Yeah.
Um, before I forget, we are working on the November issue right now, which will be going to print in the next little while. So if you want to get in, please let us know, send in your ad. And the magazine component is the Manly Men of November. So if you have a business that focuses on men, this is the place you want to be.
Hmm. Yep. And we're also starting the Christmas contest giveaway. So every Christmas time we run a contest where you can win $250 cash by shopping at one of the local stores that is included in our page. So far, we have the Purple Brew Stick that has signed up with us. More are going to be coming. There'll be a list in the magazine, and so yeah, you go, and if you buy something, like for example you buy some gifts at Mrs. B, she'll give you a little paper that will tell you where to go to register. You go online and you register your purchase, and that gives you a chance to win the $250. And the more you buy, the more chances you have, the more times you go, the more chances you have to win. That's always an exciting little contest that we like to run, and
Mhm.
the draw takes place around the 20th, I think it is, of December. But it'll be going on for
2 months.
2 months. Yeah.
And again, lots of information, but if you have an event coming up, please remember to go on our website, thesika.ca, under the events calendar and place your event in there too, because we really do want to get that 4 pages of events back soon,
Yeah.
because
Yeah. It'd
that's
be
what
nice
we
to
were
have.
all about, events and happenings. We want to let you know about the event before it happens so that you can
Mhm.
actually plan to attend it, not read about it afterwards.
Yeah, like what you just went to yesterday. That would have been nice to know.
Yeah, and I didn't even know about that. I just happened to open Facebook and it was there. Oh,
Oh, Pumpkin Inferno. Yeah, I have to do this year. I absolutely have to go and do Pumpkin Inferno this year. I've never been. So
I've never
shame
been
to say.
either. Last
Shame
year
to say.
we did do the Christmas light ride though. We did
Hmm.
the
A
horse-drawn
light at night.
carriage. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was really nice. That was
And there's the one at Grace Creek is happening again this year too. So it's
yes.
another little light up thing. All right. Well, we're going to keep it short today, guys, because I have an appointment to go to very soon.
Mhm.
And but we're glad that we were able to chat with you this morning, hoping that you have a fantastic day,
And a super duper week.
and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.
Bye.